Good evening, everyone. I started like an hour late, but at least I'm here. Didn't mean to be starting so late, but things happened. So here we are. Let's play some Monster Train, anyways. We are almost done with the with most of the crowns. We should have one more crown to go before we are down to a single crown on every champion. Yeah, we just need to do Queen Umbra. Streak died again at 80s. Parked my ass in chat before stream started at 10 and sleep, and that doesn't count because Twitch sucks. Yeah, that's really lame. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's do Queen Umbra, and then we can actually choose any of the champions. We'll definitely do Plings. We'll take the Implings. There we go. Oh. Prismal Dust is good. Fortify is okay. Branded Warrior is fine early on, not amazing. Bogworm's Growth is not bad for Queen. Kind of. Again, but the problem I have with Bogworm's Growth is that it is inconsistent. Even in clan combos or with champions that really want the extra capacity, it's hard to know if it's going to be useful or not. I mean, we're gonna take Pyrestone for sure here. Sketches is good. And, like, with imps, it allows me to pull out a specific imp early, but pretty confident we want Pyrestone Housing. We'll definitely take Imperialist, because reasons. Hello, Glacier. Also, since I didn't say it, how you doing, Panhandler and Ether as well? Yeah, I think we want to set up... Yeah, we'll set it this way. I do have the Fortifies, and I have the Prismal Dust, so we should have decent defense, and so we just want to give ourselves time to find it. Also, we have the Plinks, which are not terrible. I'm going to take a bit of higher damage to my regularly, but that's okay. Oh, and I don't have space to play out the imps there. Well, so be it, I guess. Yeah. More Queen Jank to start the day. Yep, I mean, it's what we gotta do. Okay. Let's put you there to block, and then put down some other things, I guess. I mean, I would love to play the Prismal Dust, but I also really just wanted to do all the other things available to me. And so that's what ended up happening. Maybe should have played the Spear Steward there, but I'm pretty sure I didn't need to. Poor Branded Warrior hasn't been allowed to kill a single thing, but no great surprise. Anyways, we pretty cleanly take the kill. We have, you know, 0 damage scaling, but that's fine. Flawless trial fight. I mean, I took 1 damage from the Vengeful Shard. Okay. Do I want the Welder Helper? Kind of. And we're up against Entropy. So we'll need some answer to life that is not just Queen throwing imps at things. So I kind of like the Welder Helper, but I also maybe just want the Ritual Battle. And I think we do want the Ritual Battle, because having scaling is so important. Obviously, we could still see a Fledgling Imp here, but we don't know for sure. Vengeful Shard damage doesn't count anymore because every single Monster Train 2 streamer ignores shards, unlike Monster Train 1 for some reason. It is a very different situation for sure. Alright, I think I have to take the Ritual Battle. I'll take another Prismal Dust, I guess. Okay, I guess we'll go here. Really don't want the Demon Fiends. I mean, like, it's okay early, but it's really not what I want. I mean, the Trample is nice, I suppose. But I would need way better scaling. Tiny Fiend is funny. If it were Alpha Fiend, I would do it, but... I mean, I'm not, like, wild about the Branded Warrior, that's for sure, but... I'm gonna skip. Maybe should have still taken the Demon Fiend. Do I want you to have quick? Maybe. I'm gonna try it. I think mostly it's probably a mistake. Also, I would really like you to multi-strike. Oh well, here we are. And the extra capacity went to mid-floor. Okay. Well, I'm still gonna set up like that, and like that. And I'll save the Prismal Dust for now, I guess. Well, can't play the Calcified Ember, oh well. Empowering the Branded Warrior, not a bad plan. Okay, we're gonna play you so I can preserve a damage shield. And we are armoring up the Branded Warrior because this boss has spikes, and so we want to make sure that he's not dying instantly to spikes. Definitely the wrong ordering, but that's fine. I should have played things in different ways in different places. It would barely have mattered, though, so we're not that concerned. Okay, and then we play that out because we know we have the kill already, and therefore I'm happy to get rid of the Calcified Ember while we do our thing. Not a bad fight. I will take the Welder Helper now. Again, still wish that it actually were AoE. Actually, so as I was debating that, I was thinking maybe I do actually want the Pyre Tromper because I've got all these delicious Prismal Dusts. You know what? Let's just take the Pyre Tromper. Sure. You see the knock on the coffin lid announcement last week? I'm willing to bet that was someone higher up in the management, not the devs. No, I did not. Do spike kills contribute to Slay? Yes, they do. Okay, well, we're going here. Do I want spell chain on that? I don't think I want spell chain, but I'm trying to imagine a world where we do hit endless on the Pyre Chomper. But even then, I think we just want to minus cost this for a multitude of reasons. Okay. Well, I can't really utilize Apex Imp right here. I mean, I could still maybe take it and hope to set up the Steelworker with it. I mean, obviously I would have to get another Steelworker. Alpha Chad Imp at his day a few runs ago. Yeah, pretty much. It does feel a little weird seeing him almost back-to-back like this after so long of not seeing him a single time. I mean, I kind of want to take Apex Imp just in case we see Steelworker later on, but that seems relatively bad. Because there's not another Hellhorn banner on the map, so it'd basically be just, do we see it from beating Archeon? Because I think you still get a banner unit from that fight. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way. I think we'll just not worry about that. And I think we'll take a Steelworker. Okay. Well. I might just want to copy the Branded Warrior 5 times. I also kind of want to do the Ritual Battle, but just having 6 Branded Warriors is not terrible. 5 times Prismal Dust. I was also considering that, but that is concerning in other ways. I think we just want the Branded Warriors, even though they aren't fully upgraded. It is what it is. It will help. I promise. Okay. I wish that the Bogworm was concentrated on a single floor. Well, we'll see what we can do. Alright, well, let's get rid of that, and let's armor up the next guy to be in the front, and do a chunk of damage to him. It'd be a lot more impressive if each of those guys had multi-strike, but hey, we do what we can, I suppose. Yeah, unfortunately my dudes are not that strong yet, and the sap does have a pretty meaningful effect on us. Stupid spikes. Not wild about you, but alright. Alright. The top floor is just kind of doing their thing, withstanding the attacks of Archeon and living their best life, as one does. Yeah, that's fine. We'll fill up the last spot with that, I guess. Like, we're not utilizing the imp tossing at all, but so be it. We're doing our job. Okay. Transcend Imp, you say? Or Last Stand? I think I actually want the Last Stand. I don't really have anything super worth copying with the Transcend Imp. So we're gonna take the Last Stand. And there's the Apex Imp. I had considered this, but I was like, nah, there's no way we're going to see another Apex Imp. I don't know. I'll take it, I guess. We're taking Ember for reasons. They come in groups. Alright, well, we don't have Imp Parade, which is the only one I would have considered. I mean, whatever. We're not taking Royalty, is ultimately the thing. I think we are just gonna do this. And I would like to get Endless on the Fire Chomper. You have to get rid of a Shield Steward, though. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But fair point. Also, I'd like to get Dualism on him. And the point is, we need to visit a bunch of Merchants of Steel. Also, I wish that Bogworm was hitting other floors, but whatever, fine. Also, I probably should have set up on bottom floor. Wasn't thinking about it. You know what? Let's actually do that. I had forgotten that it was the Scourge dudes, and that is vaguely important to me. I just can't do the Apex Imp on bottom floor yet. And I can't put the Apex Imp on the same floor as Queen. But I can at least do this. Unfortunately, the Branded Warriors are not the ones getting the kill. So I don't start building any rage. But it is what it is. We at least get rage here, although I have to let the backliners through. Well, I tried. Didn't work out. No surprise. Capacity upgrade next. Well, probably not. Hopefully Bogworms does what we need it to. More Ember is appealing, as is Draw. So, we'll see what happens. But also, like, in the... Ideally, we're going to be generating... Ideally, we're going to get Endless on the Pyre Chomper, and so we're going to use that to generate extra Ember per turn as well. We're just going to do this. That seems appropriate. I know we're not playing the Ritual Battle, but so be it. Turns out, Ritual Battle is a lot less important than just doubling the rage on everybody. And there we go. Gonna need Gem Trove or 2 for defense. Kind of. Should become the Shield Queen. Yeah, so like most of our defensive needs just need to be on the frontliners. I will take a March of Shields. These don't matter to me. The Prism Retrieval kind of does. I will take that, though we'll see how useful it actually ends up being. I guess we're going here. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that, I guess. Skip those. Remove Consume. I think we wanted the Prismal Dust. It's obviously not bad on the Last Stand either, but I think we're doing this. And then I think... I was going to say, I think we're double stacking this, but actually maybe we're just going to do that. No, we're going to do this, I guess. We are going to remember to get rid of a Shield Steward. And another Shield Steward. Call that good, I guess. I don't know. Here we are. Multi-strike is a little concerning. Oh well, it is what it is. I have a lot of banner units. And I unfortunately don't have Endless on my imps. I didn't mean to sap myself. Oh well, I think it's fine. Yeah, it's not ideal, but we'll do that, I guess. Just a random fact, having a lot of banner units prevents you from drawing Savage Recurse in deployment phase. Yes, although I don't remember if it's a guarantee that you don't draw that, or if it is just a possibility. Well, I guess we'll do this. It only prevents... Oh, it does actually prevent more damage than I thought. Because it looks like I was thinking that it was only going to take a hit from the shield bearer, but no, what's happening is that the warriors are killing the front two, and only he remains. So it does actually save a lot more health than I thought it did. I don't either. Didn't draw for 3 fights back-to-back due to units, but then I dumbly removed some units. Yeah. Yeah, we've all been there. Well, it is a shame that the Branded Warriors don't have multi-strike. They'd be so much stronger with it. Also, I did want this earlier, but I don't think it is as important now. Okay, unsurprisingly, we have the kill. Because we're just that cool kind of guy. There's no real reason to play these out. Oh well. Okay, I would like to thin my deck out quite a bit. Especially now that we have remove consume on when the Prismal Dust. The impressive is whatever. We're going to take a March of Shields, even though it comes with Calcified Ember. I'm not taking the Cannibalize. So Gem Trove does appeal to me, kind of. Sure, I guess. I don't know. It's not perfect. Okay, I do think we're still going here for a multitude of reasons. I would like to dupe like the Apex to Imp, but we're gonna do this. Okay. We definitely don't want Equalizing Rings. Fight Club is fine. Yeah, I'll take Fight Club, I guess. Yeah, honestly, that's okay. No, I really want dualism. Really want dualism. Or endless. Slap any kind of upgrade on the branded groupies at this rate. I mean, honestly, yeah, I probably should. Okay, fine, I'll do that. And then you're gonna get that. And you're gonna get that, I guess. Okay. Well. Still didn't get Endless, which I was really hoping to get, but alas, here we are. Also, dualism would have been nice, but hey. Yeah. Whatever. We'll do it this way. That's fine. I take 1 damage. I don't really mind. I'm just gonna get rid of the Calcified Ember. I don't really need to play the Ritual Battle right now. Whatever. Imp survives to take the Corruption. Doesn't really matter because we already have Corruption on the Branded Warrior, so he's still losing a damage shield either way. But I can pretend it matters. Ooh, look at that souped up Branded Warrior. It totally matters. Okay. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do the last stand and give you a dagger as well, I guess. It does feel a little bad that the Apex Imp, who is very strong for me, don't get me wrong, basically is not contributing at all to my strategy. Poor Branded Warrior losing all those damage shields. He's trying real hard. Also, sadly, didn't get the Pyre Chomper on a turn that mattered. Fast and Furious and all meaning and glory. You're not wrong. Oh, let's just not take the damage for no reason. Ta-da! Yeah, I'd considered giving the multi-strike to the Branded Warriors, and that would have been helpful, but hey. I don't know, fuck it, let's take a One-Horn Stone. Is it the right choice? No. Are we doing it? Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going here. God, I did want Imp Parade here since I never hit Endless on the Pyre Chomper. But whatever, fine. Imperious it is. She's gonna body block a bit for us anyways. Honestly, a holdover in the Gem Trove isn't bad. I could also do remove consume holdover on the last stand. Like, that's pretty silly. I don't think I actually need that, though. Like, I need the defense from the Prismal Dust. That I do actually need. So, we're gonna do that, I guess. Honestly, let's just do this, I think. It's not amazing. It is a bit silly. It's fine. It's whatever. Here we are. Also, I have removals here anyways. Also, out of curiosity, how many deployment things do I have? So I think I'm at 9, so I can still dupe the Apex Imp with impunity. Whatever. I am rather sad that we didn't get Endless for the Pyre Chomper, because it would have been nice, went out of my way to try to set it up, but alas, we didn't. Oh, I did forget that 2 of you are special. Well. And I do recognize you guys are going to have trouble into the prison. The Prayer Stones. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that. Okay, we at least cut down on issues by letting you do the toss. Oh, and then you are surviving. Because he is quick. I, for some reason, forgot that the imp would survive. That's not a big deal. It will absorb some Ember Drain. Not Ember Drain, Corruption. The other thing. You know what I'm talking about. Why not? I guess you get that. Enjoy. Okay, and Queen does have some corruption on her, which is whatever. I don't have a way to kill you. I can move you to the front with the March of Shields, but then I don't have a way to do damage, sadly. And then we are getting the Scourges, because I just don't have enough bulk to chew through the Gladiators. We're working on it, but we're not there. Unfortunately, can't use the Imp now. We knew this was a coming possibility, but still. I chose to play out the Branded Warrior even knowing this. And it's fine, I suppose. Whatever, we'll keep him alive. We're not killing nearly enough things on bottom floor, but it's alright. The Apex Imp is at least pretty competent. Although not as competent as I had desired. Yeah, this is where we're coming to a head. Yep, this is a problem. And if I let those guys get through, I take so much damage, because each of the deformed duos is so much. Yeah, I might have to retry, just because not killing the backliners for several waves was a huge problem. Yeah, let's retry, I guess. Like, it's sort of doable, but really not good. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to pivot a little bit. Apex in with all branded ditch Queen. The problem is I do actually kind of want to use Queen to, like, throw some imps. But, yeah, I definitely am putting the Apex Imp with more of the things. Partly because this allows me to still toss imps. Okay. Could do quick toss imps with Dagger Queen. Yeah, that's probably why we took that earlier. The problem is that I don't have, like, endless on any imps, so I can't reliably toss imps. Because as a general statement, yes, that is something I would like to do. But reliably, it's not great at the moment. So we are just going to set up a mid-floor shaped life. We're going to do that. Yeah, we're doing pretty okay now on things. Yeah, we'll just get the damage shields there. We don't care about the ritual battle right now. And she does heal a little bit because she got lifesteal last turn. I will still do that, and then that. We play this one out just to have it. Oh, and I'm actually not quite killing the top liner, but it's a far cry from where we were before. There we go. Yeah, then we didn't get any imps to toss here. Oh well, that's fine. We'll manage somehow, I'm sure. Okay, we do get a bunch of Scourge cards because we can't kill the backliners because Zarax and his cronies are jerks. But overall, not a big deal. And we beat him to death. Imps yearn for the tossing. They do indeed. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to take the Imp in a box. I'm going to take a Last Stand, though. Because the Imp in a box is a way that we could maybe give Queen constant Imps, but I'm just not going to worry about it. I would love to go with the Merchant of Steel, but we really want the dupe, so we're going to dupe. There's the Impsicle. Fine. Should I be doing it like this? Probably not. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to make another Apex Imp. That's for sure. So I can either re-roll, in which case I probably can't afford anything I care about, or I can re-roll or take the Holy Stone. Don't think I need the Holy Stone. I mean, the holdover on the March of Shields is fine enough, I guess. Fine. Yeah, I don't know. My deck is certainly skewed, but that's okay. I guess let's do it like this. I was thinking that the weaker ones are in front, but I already forgot that sometimes they're the Celestial Bastions. Not a big deal. It doesn't matter that they get increased attacks, since they are not going to live long enough to get those attacks. Don't hate getting the Pyro Chomper here. Again, the Branded Warriors aren't really getting kills for us, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. I am, in fact, struggling to get kills here. Partly because, yeah. Okay, so we are getting the kills there, kind of. I was kind of hoping to get the March of Shields by now so I could change where the Branded Warriors are. But so be it. Alright, Queen. Oh. I fucked this up where I didn't realize that I was destabilizing things. Yeah, that's not acceptable. So here's what happened. I saw that this floor was dying. I forgot that we had one of the chosen Ardents in the back. And so because I played extra spells there, it destabilized this where they actually killed Queen. And she didn't get the toss. And now I have a bunch of 37 damaged dudes ready to murder me. Turns out, not playing particularly well. So let's not do that. Alright, well, in this newfound world of fame and fortune, let's not get Queen killed early for bad reasons. Okay. Okay, we are still fine here. Yeah, I don't have any capacity on mid or on bottom floor, which is sad. You know what? I'm just gonna give you some damage shields. Yeah, unfortunately we're not starting to chew through that guy, which is an issue. And my poor Branded Warriors are so weak. Alright, we're just gonna give her damage shields to mitigate problems, although you're still not dead. Yeah, we're not going to kill you at this rate either, which is bad. I mean, I can take the damage if I need to, but it's not good. Alright, well, let's take 20 fire damage. It's fine. These things happen, I guess. God, you stupid silence bastards. Yeah, the sap is really cutting into my prospects. Oh, fuck you. Can't even play the imp there. Because it'll be silenced because of this bastard. And yes, I know I could just not be playing with the Curse of Entropies, and that would be reducing my misery a fair degree. But, where's the joy in that? Like, I can armor him up, but it doesn't give any extra strength because of the silence. We should still be fine now. Like, I've got enough damage, kind of. Stupid silence, guys. What jerks. Yeah, that alone is enough. But then we can also, like, do that and pump a bunch of damage shields in. And we get the kill. It's rough because I don't have that good of armor gain. Oh. And the sap buildup really does affect me. But that's fine, we got there. We did take the 20-some damage, which wasn't ideal, but oh well. We should still be fine. Okay, so here we go. I guess that's what we're doing. Yeah, I'm fine to just play you there as a sacrifice. And I guess I'll damage shield you a little bit. Really wish that I had Endless on a Fire Trumper, but it is what it is. Okay. So I guess let's just do that to start. Definitely want that. So I could block the corruption with the imp, but it won't solve my life's woes. I think still blocking the corruption is worth it, though. There's nothing for my guys to slay, which does make the Branded Warriors a lot worse, and I recognize that, but I still wanted the Queen to be doing some tossing. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. This goes to waste, but that's fine. We'll still play it out. And then Queen is going to die on this turn. We all know it's to be true. Fine, whatever. There's only so long that I was going to protect myself. Okay, so you get armor, you get armor. Unfortunately, we don't have the double stack Charismal Dust right now, but, you know, at least we still get to put a bunch of damage shields on. Could have also put damage shields on the imp down here, tried to prevent a little bit of Savagery's damage to the Pyre. Not too worried about it. Alright, he's up front, so he's now going to start getting the corruption build up. I still wanted him up front so he could get the armor from the Welder Helper. Just because it does amp his damage a fair bit. You know what? Let's do that. And not take the Pyre damage. I'm still a ways off from killing Entropy, mostly because my Branded Warriors are not contributing in this battle. Alas, so be it. Well, keep buffing him. It might be worth buffing the back Apex Imp instead, but hey. We should be okay. Since we haven't leaked anything and Savagery's about to go down, and then we can attack through Savagery to get to Entropy. Although I have reached a point where my imps, or not imps, but where the Branded Warriors are doing effectively nothing. Okay, but I don't need that much more damage to go on Entropy. Okay, there's that taken care of. So I guess we'll do it this way. I thought about playing out the Vengeful Shard, but this way we get the kill this turn, so let's get the kill this turn. I also could have damage shield on the top floor to take less damage from Savagery. Doesn't matter, fine. There's the win. Look at us go. It was a bit wonky at times. Having the Branded Warriors was real good earlier, but they definitely struggle later in the game. Because going into the like 500 HP heavies, it's very hard for them to start getting the slaves that they need to start getting to do anything. And then also during the Titan fight, unfortunately for the first wave, there's nothing for them to slay. And you have to wait till the second wave to even have them start contributing if they're on bottom floor. I never have the balls to 5 times dupe banner units. It's often quite good to do in Monster Train 2 because of deployment phase. Just like having the extra bodies is pretty solid. Like, yes, often I run a single floor setup in Monster Train 2. That is not necessarily if it were easier to dupe units, I would do that less often. But you know, it can be hard to give enough attention to enough units to make a multi-floor setup like really worthwhile. But if you get a 5x dupe on a unit that's already, like, vaguely performing, it's not bad. And especially, like, in the mid-game, it does a lot of work for you, even just from, like, raw stats. Like, our Branded Warriors weren't crazy strong, but just the fact that we had 6 of them with Quick did a ton of work for us. But, anyways, there we go. We're down to the last 20, unless I'm crazy. Yes, we can finally play any champion we want. We don't have to keep bouncing between Queen and Sentient and Wildenton. God, I still have several cards to master. What even are the Awoken cards? I know one of them is Shard Channeler. Reforming Use I knew was one of them just because I've only seen it a handful of times, and each time we saw it, it wasn't like we weren't doing reanimate things. Spreading Spores we've tried, but just has always failed because it's not good, even when I want it to be. Vine Mother's bad and is rare. Urchin's Binds angers me. Cannibalize I want to use, but it's not great, and no surprise that most of these are rares. And also, I just really don't like Sacrifice of Resurrection. Yeah, and then poor Legion of Blacks we just haven't done. Give me my beloved Ekka? Sure, we'll do Ekka. It has been a long time since we played Ekka. So it looks like Ekka is with Umbra. Bit of a shame to repeat Umbra, but that's fine. Give me that sweet Ekka-shaped situation. We'll take the Plinks for sure. And move on out. Feels like it's been forever since we've seen Phase Blessing, and that's kind of because it has been. Crucible Warden is forgettable, but at least it has some stats early game. I'm definitely taking Wing Steel. Yeah, we're gonna take Moon Cycle. That's a great set of starting cards. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, I'm not in the best situation to use them currently, but it is a pretty good starter set. But not Incant Ekka. Yeah, that's the thing. If we had Incant Ekka, we'd be in much better shape for it. But we don't. That's fine. Okay, so you're gonna go there, which means you're going there. And then we either do the Plink or we just play this out. I'm just gonna play that out. It is the greedy play, but that's fine. Okay, thank God it hit the one that we wanted to hit. Okay, we'll do it here because the extra damage does actually mean something vaguely. Also, I didn't even take note that we have Heart of the Pack, which is, again, not bad for Ekka, though it would be a lot better with Incant Ekka. But that's fine. Like, I could block and prevent him from losing a damage shield, but I could also just give him another damage shield and stats by letting him actually eat the morsel, so we'll do that. Probably should have played out the Spear Steward. It's fine. He is dying very quickly. Oh well, so be it. Not a big deal. Yeah, my concerns are minimal. We should be fine top floor. We've got damage shields. We do vague amounts of damage. Yep, this is why we play in that order, so in case we drew a Vengeful Shard, I'd be able to play it. Oh no, he's attacking us. Yeah, we have way more than enough defense to get through. Like, Crucible Warden's not great, but like early game it still is fine. Same with the Lifesteal one. They do plenty of decent work early. I will take the Gravity. I'm gonna take the Void Binding. I also didn't take any note of which enemies are up against, but I'll take the Void Binding. So I do want the Merchant of Magic. I also want a Luna Banner. Yeah, we're gonna go for the Luna Banner. Okay. Yeah, it's not what I wanted, but I will take the Astrologer. Am I willing to take Quick? I think so. Yeah, I don't know, fuck it, we'll take it. And obviously I should have looked at the shop before I looked at the banner, but here we are. But like, Astrologer's fine for us here. It does mean that we won't be able to feed the Crucible Warden if we're setting up like that, which is not ideal. Oh well. Well, unfortunately I can't play out that dude, which is always annoying when that happens. Oh well, fine. Well, didn't happen the way that I had hoped it would. Okay. Okay, so this is on Ascend, which is what we want. We're gonna do this, even though it's gonna get rid of your damage shields. Oh well. Yeah, not how I want to do this. That's fine, whatever. I'm just trying to kill more things and live a beautiful life. Unhelpful Plinks. Truly, truly unhelpful. Well, whatever. We'll block a little bit of damage. And then, whatever. If you kill my more soul, so be it. Yeah, and then I'm not particularly strong here, but I'm strong enough. Okay. Would love some phase control. Specifically, would love, like, I don't know, a couple Lunar Priestesses, which is may or may not be why we went for the Luna Banner. I mean, the Astrologer's fine, but some way to phase would be appreciated. As far as these go, Silver Strike is fine. Bloody Moon is fine. We already have Faith Blessing. I'm willing to take the Bloody Moon for now, even though I don't love it. Yeah, I'll take the Prismal Dust, even though, again, we have a lot more Calcified Embers now that I'm really happy about. I already filled you up. There's not really an Umbra banner that I'd be happy with. Maybe we just go for the Merchant of Arms? Inferno Room is not the worst. I could also maybe get Steward's Quarters, which is sort of okay for me. Sure, the healing is also fine. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen the Inkbound event. I think we're taking Leaky Pen. If we get the perils up and running, then the minus Ember per turn does not matter. So, I'm happy to take that. It's a little awkward for me. Whatever, fine, so be it. Yeah, Spell Sanctum also kind of okay for us. We're going to take Steward Quarters, though. For reasons. Also, kind of want the Bloodthirsty Blade. Oh well, here we are. Oh, imagine having one Ember with Pen and Trial. I've done it. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. Don't live that life. Okay. So yeah, you will take a bit of a beating. Oh wow. Okay, I'm just gonna play you to get you out of the deck. Okay, so not the worst set of situations. Unfortunately, I don't have a Plink, though. Honestly, we're gonna kill... Oh, I did fuck that up in that I totally spaced that I could have done this differently. Alright, we're gonna greed and get rid of that. It is the wrong choice, let me be very clear. Yeah, not having things to kill with the Plinks does fill me with despair. I want to run with 2 starting Ember and Pen. Did have to help. Did have help to have like 14 Ember to play with each turn though, yeah. Okay, we're gonna do that because it is pretty good for me, even with the pains. Oh, he exactly dies. For some reason, I thought he'd survive. Doesn't matter. I'm fine with taking the pyro damage. That's not my big concern. My big concern is literally everything else. Oh well, so be it. This was still worth it, kind of. And I do have multiple perils, so we can sort of get by with just drawing them occasionally. Unhelpful. Okay, yep. Unsurprisingly, we have turns like this, which is bad for us. Okay. Yep, not wild about this situation, but can at least sort of keep you alive a little bit. And we can get rid of his back, or his bodyguard. So that's something. Ooh. There we go. I realized I almost didn't notice for some reason because it's fixated on his HP that our dude was at 17 HP. So if we just raised it by 2, then he survives the hit for an extra turn, and that's more than enough to make up for the damage we're missing. And then we rolled into the perils, and we were even able to get rid of the Vengeful Shard, and yada yada yada, here we are. Duality is a weird card in that oftentimes the healing it can do doesn't fucking matter. It's still fine as a damage card, I guess. I think we're gonna skip those. I will take a Lunar Priestess. Really wanted the goddamn Lunar Priestess earlier. Okay, so with my current situation, I'm drawing 7. I think I'm okay with just taking Ember or Capacity here. The problem is that I don't have a lot of deployment, Ember. Oh god, and I really want the Merchant of Steel, but I also really want the dupes. What relic is in that second spot again? That's Leaky Pen, -1 Ember per turn, draw 2 additional cards per turn. It's one of the ink-bound event artifacts, alongside Nim's Oath and Wolos Bloodletter and Quilling Catcher. And Clepsydranium. And there's one I was forgetting to mention. We definitely don't need the draw here. It's really just, do I want Heaven's Light or do I want the extra deployment from Hell's Flame? I think we're going to do this for now. Because it is important that I get the units out early. We're definitely going here. Hopefully you give me just another Lunar Priestess. No. Okay. I mean, the Conduit would have been okay too, but we definitely just want this. So we're gonna do that. Guess we're gonna do that, and we're going to do this. It's not totally my favorite situation, but it is a situation that exists. And then we're not going to worry about the Surge Stone. We'll do what we can. Don't love the Minus Draw. Really don't love the Scourge dudes and all that jazz. We are at least a fair bit stronger than we were. Unfortunately, we are up against Kel, who sucks, and the Scourge dudes really suck. Okay, that's at least nice. Alright, we're gonna do it. We might start taking a bunch of damage from Scourge cards. We'll see what we can do. Oh, whoops. I did kind of neglect some things. Namely that I didn't really want to get sapped. But here we are. Living a virtuous and noble life. God damn you. I know doing that is wrong, and I've caused myself great despair. God, yeah, I reduced my damage output so badly by doing that. Also, the Scourges are going to fuck me real bad. God. Yeah, not wild about this turn of events, but I'm trying to make sure I don't die to the boss, and this is the way I get there. But unfortunately, the combination of enemies in this fight really do fuck with me. I was really hoping for a Perils there, but whatever, fine. Anyways, we were buffing up the Steward this whole time because we have Steward's Quarters, so, you know. Okay, so we do get the kill this way. I had the kill before I started playing anything, but I was hoping that I could do the Perils, because then I could play out the Scourge cards. I suppose I could have done the Perils on a higher floor, and it would have also worked. But anyways, there we go. I did take a lot of damage on that fight. I didn't die, though, and that's kind of the important thing. Yeah, I lost over half my health, though. Planetarium is fine. We definitely... What I want is the other X cost spell, the one that gives Conduit and phases X times. That's what I want. I'm gonna, I guess, take the Moonbeam. I will take a Void Binding. Caven would also have been okay. I probably want this. And then, like, dupe here. Could take another Astrologer. I'm not, like, crazy excited about that, but it does sort of work. Yeah, I guess I'll take another Astrologer. So I could take both of these, which is not the worst. I do really want to reroll for, like, multi-strike, though, I think. I think we just want to do something like this. Yeah, I did forget that Damage Shield wasn't offering Or was an option, I should say. Which is more appealing. But, fine. I guess let's see what this is. Hopefully an event upgrade. It sort of is. And honestly, the followers are pretty decent with Ekka. Except for the part where they are not banner units, and that's a problem. Also, I don't really want the red crown. I mean, it's fine. And the Endless is not the worst when we're getting stats from Ekka. This is probably the right time to take this. Multi on the Priestess. I mean, yeah, that we do have multi on the Priestess. Because, like, yes, if we're taking it, it's going on the Priestess. I just don't love this event, but it is not bad for us. No, you're always wondering why multi on Priestess. Oh, because it's a good unit for it. Because we're getting the bonuses from Ekka, and we're going to make multiple Lunar Priestesses, so we have better phase control every turn. And at rank 3, every Moon Ritual is going to be +3/+3 to in the entire floor. And so having like 3 Lunar Priestesses... Oh, you're duping her? Yeah, for sure. She's a great dupe target, just in general in Luna, but especially with Moon Cycle Ekka, it's fabulous. Like, yeah, Quick would also be nice on her, yada yada yada. Whatever. Point is, 100% we're going to be duping her. God, I really don't like the crown, though. You know what? Fuck it. We're not doing it. It would have been okay. I don't know. I really don't like the randomness of it, and relying on the followers can be annoying, since it can be. Also, I don't really need the Quick there, but we're taking it anyways. Maybe shouldn't take the multi-strike. We're gonna do it anyways. I think we want mid-floor. Okay. Well, let's get rid of that, and let's accept that we live an Ember Drain focused life, and roll with it. Yeah, I think we're just dumping all the damage shields on you, even though giving the extra damage output to the one who has multi-strike would be really nice. Yeah, unsurprisingly, this is what happens. We all can see this coming. Alas. It would have been nice to be able to bring you up to our major floor and all that. Yeah, like, I could get the draw, but those don't help. Unfortunately, we're not going the backliner. Oh well. Oh well. This is sort of the shape of our life. Okay, that is enough damage that we can kill there, though, which is fine. And then we draw into garbage. Great. Okay, so you do survive that. You do die to the corruption after, but... Yeah, which is not ideal. The fucking... Ugh. The sap dudes really are not ideal. Okay, well, we'll at least ascend you so you can contribute. Would have loved to have done that way earlier. But unfortunately, our dude is losing damage shields left and right, which has been a problem. We are overall okay, though. Yeah, I do take more damage. I knew this was going to be the case. My deck is not structured as good as it could be yet. We're trying. We're trying real hard. But we are getting past, and that's what we strongly care about. Don't need the Aurora Weaver. Cosmic Bolt is a no. Cover of Night is plenty good for us. We're going to skip those, so the Gem Trove was a maybe, kind of. We're definitely going here. It fulfills all our heart's desires. Okay. So we might want Intrinsic for the gravity, so we can move something up to mid-floor. Do kind of want Spell Chain for other things. Could also do Intrinsic on the Cover of Night. The big thing is we want a holdover for, like, Perils. So I do need to make sure I'm not using up all my golds. I could also get a lot of value out of removing cards. I don't know how much the gravity matters, since I can also just take capacity at the next upgrade. Yeah, I don't think I need... Don't think I need that. I will do this on the Cover of Night, I guess. And honestly, I think that's a pretty decent start. Okay, that is unfortunate, but sort of expected. Unfortunately, I don't have enough for the double stack and the other Void Binding. Oh well, that's fine. We're making Lunar Priestess number 2, and then we're gonna get rid of some cards, I guess, because that is legitimately quite helpful for me. We are going to get rid of the Plinks, since they don't cost 0. Okay, and then we got to deal with Kale, which is a thing. It's a thing. I think maybe we're just setting up on bottom floor now. I don't know that it's enough, but... Oh, but okay, I was about to complain about the gravity, but the fact that we can use this means we can move it to New Moon, and then this will be a descend, which is what we want. It will sort of fuck things up because you won't have the same amount of stealth as everyone. Unless we don't play this on this floor, but we're definitely going to play this on this floor. And that's just going to be okay. So we're going to do that, then descend you, then do that. I could just not perils, but where's the joy in that, I suppose? I feel like I probably want and or need to perils. But also we'll have a bunch of miserable turns hereafter. I think that's fine, though. Didn't hit what I wanted to hit. That's fine. And yes, I would have a lot more strength if I were doing the Void Binding on the what's-his-face, the Astrologer, but I didn't. Oh well. Yeah, it's not how I want to do this, and maybe there's a better way to do that, but this ensures that I get the kill. I didn't really want to futz around calculating damage breakpoints, so we're just going to accept that. Anyways, and then we're just going to keep building up this beautiful moon cycle shaped life that we've got. Our astrologers are already quite strong, so that's something. I mean, the whole team is strong, but definitely the astrologers build up strength a lot faster than the priestesses do. Sadly, we're just not gonna worry about that. Which is to say, I'm definitely duping the priestesses instead of the astrologers, which is also why I gave them the multi-strike instead of the astrologers. It still was the correct play, even if the astrologers get way more damage output out of it. Okay, we are going to give you the damage shields, because that is just vaguely important for us. Although with Moon Cycle Echo, we are building up a lot of HP. So like I could do the Witch Weaves, though I also risk drawing a Vengeful Shard. I think that's not a big deal. Although, does it actually matter to do these? Because I only have 4 of them, which means that it would only be 44 damage, which isn't enough to kill anything here. So it doesn't stop us from taking any, from like losing any damage shields. Alright, whatever, fine. Alright, and then here we go. Well, I was hoping we'd draw the perils on this turn to prevent us from taking just one more Vengeful Shard damage. Oh well, it happens. Remind me, when do you generate? At resolve. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a cycle staff, I guess. It's pretty low investment for us. And we'll take the capacity. And then we're going here, both because the healing is useful for me and because I would like to see holdover. Finally, holdover. Like, I can make it work without holdover. It is just a lot better for me if I hit the holdover. Nope. Okay, and so Spell Chain instead is going to go into Void Binding, and that's what I can afford, so... not bad. And Rax is a bit scary, but we should be fine. We'll end up generating a lot of HP and damage shields between now and then. Okay, so we still have enough capacity that we can play one more, and enough Deployment Ember, and we can do one more Lunar Priestess easily. So, that's what we're going to try to do soon. May as well kill him. And just to see what I draw, first we're going to do this. Okay. That is exactly what I was hoping for. So then he can join the squad, and we can then Cover of Night them all together. Which is huge. Does a lot of work for us. Yeah, I'm still going to give it to him. I do think that the damage shields are just best on our frontliner right now. Well, sadly don't have the perils yet. Oh well. That's fine. Stealth at least did a good chunk of work for us. Suppose I could have put down the backliner, because he also has multi-strike here. Okay, it's gonna look a little weird. But we're gonna do that so we can get enough conduits so we can kill him. These guys are menaces now because they have all the damage bonuses. But that's fine, they're not gonna get to do any reasonable damage to us, so doesn't matter. And now our cycle staff is bulking up, which is cute. I don't dislike it by any means. This is going to go here for the future, just so I don't have to deal with the silence later on. You guys will live and die at your own whims. Who cares? And now we don't even lose the damage shield because we killed both of the guys who actually deal damage. Okay. Sure. So, you're going to get some armor. Would have loved to have done this in different order, but I need it to be ascend, not descend. So we have to use one of the moon rituals first, which means he does miss out on one of the bonuses. Oh well, that's okay. We'll manage. Sadly, not quite enough to kill you. It's not a big deal. I'm just trying to preserve as many damage shields as I can. Because, you know, Rax is scary, admittedly. I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay, though. Yeah, whatever. Just have 5 damage shields. Could have done a lot more damage shields, but then I would... Whatever. It's fine. Okay, so we are going to kill that, and we are going to just ascend you. Like, yeah, these guys are chunky and awful, but it also means that I won't have to face Rax with as many stacks of multi-strike. And his bottom line, his initial group of units was also pretty scary just because they take 4 hits to kill and represent a lot of damage. Either way, it's fine. I have a lot of damage shields. Almost like we've been preparing for this. Oh, how I wish that were the other X-Cost card. Because if we had the phase X times, that would be so much better for us. Yeah, I mean, we'll take the Moonrise just because another phase card. I'm gonna skip these, though I kind of want to take Cannibalize just to master it, but we're not going to. And then I'm going here for the dupe. Would love to go for the Merchant of Magic, but we got the most important things already. Artificial Pyrostone, I think we take just to make it so I don't have to get rid of like the Crucible Wardens and stuff, and I can just play them out during deployment. I'll take Kingdom's Tears, even though it's only vaguely useful for me. And I'll take Jackstrips. Jackstrips is pretty decent into Entropy, and we don't really have anything else we strongly care about spending the money on. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're getting rid of some Plinks. And I can get rid of one more thing. Yeah, Plink is fine. There are other things I could do, but none of that super matters. So, here we are. The sap is going to hurt us a fair bit. Oh well, that's fine. We'll manage. So, that goes there, there. Increases 1, 2, 3. And then I have just enough capacity for Astrologer 1 and 2. And then I can still play out the other units and just get rid of them. Okay, well, I was hoping we'd get the gravity. Doesn't really matter. And I'll just play that out for the sake of it and do a little bit of damage and then not waste the Prismal Dust. Yeah, anyways, here we go. And then Jackstrips just murders all the Purified Souls, which makes it a great artifact for this fight. I mean, it's a good artifact in general, but like this is one of the fights where it truly shines. Missed one cycle, oh well. If you're talking about because of the ordering of the cover of Night and Moonrise, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Unless I'm wildly mistaken, but pretty confident it doesn't change anything. Okay, we're going to do these here, so they have a little bit of attack. Also, we took the Kingdom's Tears so that the phase of blessings are better. Because they've been pretty terrible for us thus far, but now they at least do something. Okay, so we need to do one of these. So now we can ascend with that. Then I guess we abandon the other guy, that's fine. I'm at the 7 unit limit anyways, it's a moot point. Okay, now let's kill you. And live our life of beauty and wonder. We are buffing every enemy on the train. Does not really matter. I don't need to knock off their damage shields. They're going, or their spell shields. They're going to die to the jack strips either way. Oh, and I can't even hurt you. Yeah, we'll not bother with the Witch Weaves. I think it's fine to use them, but just in case. I don't know. I've already buffed the enemies so much that buffing them more isn't really going to change anything. And I can't really avoid playing out my spells. Like, I have to use them. Never mind. I was thinking that was going to kill you, but I forgot that you had Titan Skin. Oh well, that's fine. It was a waste. We'll fully admit to that. But also, it doesn't really matter. Also, I could have killed that way earlier. I didn't. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, so we can kill you. And then we get a whole bunch of sap. I don't have anything to kill with the Bloody Moon, since I killed the other dude already. Well, so be it. Well, we should be totally fine. I am being affected pretty badly by the sap, but on the other hand, I'm also beautiful and wonderful in a truly uncontainable way. Sure, let's ascend you, I guess. It doesn't stop me from killing these guys. And I get a little bit of extra damage in on him. So, whatever. We're not killing him before Relentless. We're not even close, so... doesn't change anything in any meaningful degree. We do continue buffing the enemies to the high heavens. But also, we are well prepared for that eventuality. We are getting kind of low on the damage shields, but that was taken into account, especially because they're only low on the front unit. So, first we kill you so that you don't stop us. Foul creation that you are. And I think we're just going to ascend you. It does mean I miss out on one round of buffing the Cycle Staff. I'm going to tell you right now, my concern for that is incredibly low. And then we take damage, it's fine. Everything's good. And even if the Astrologer dies, then we still have a bunch of damage shields on the Lunar Priestess. And then we slowly kill him. Like, we have a decent amount of attack on all of our dudes, but there's just a lot of sap bringing them down. And outside of Ekka's buffs, I'm not buffing anything except for, like, one Lunar Priestess. Technically, I could be spreading the rage around a little bit, but that didn't seem necessary or particularly helpful. And either way, there we go. On to the Titans. I gotta say, it's nice to be playing different champions again. Do I want to set up on bottom floor? Kind of. I think I do. Okay. Yeah, so there's the gravity. Although, again, we have to do this in not quite the perfect way. Because I need to get it to New Moon first so I can descend him. We are going to give you the damage shields now because you're going to need it next turn. So... I may as well knock off your things with the Witch Weaves, and... yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Here we are. And then, unfortunately, the Pyrolite blocks one of the draws each turn, because this fight is dumb like that. Oh, well. So, let's get some conduit. But I should be doing the conduit on the backliner. Oh, and you're gonna get corruption from these guys attacking. How annoying is that? Well, fine. Alright, we start taking a bunch of fire damage. There's nothing we can do to avoid that. Oh well. My dudes are a bit weak to begin, but hey. Ugh, God, you are a jerk. I can at least kill one of them. And again, I'm gonna have the raw health to just tank these hits. Since unlike Savagery Seraph, we don't have melee weakness right now. And if I really need to, I can heal them back up, but that shouldn't be necessary. I did kind of neglect that I'm not utilizing the jack strips by being on bottom floor, but yeah, perhaps should have been giving more damage shields to the frontliner. Although we can give him some defense now. And then can't move Dominion because why would we be able to? I mean, it would be pretty dumb if you could move Dominion. That would be a pretty bad decision for this fight. So I can kill one of these guys. Okay, you are surviving. Not well. I really need to get more damage shields on you. but, you know, we're trying. We are failing a little bit, but we're trying. Honestly, let's just do the healing on you. I could shoot these guys, but it doesn't tons help. Because I had 2 spells that could damage them. So I could have, like, knocked off both reanimate, but that wouldn't have stopped him from getting the attack in. It would have meant I could do more damage to Entropy. I don't think that's the greatest problem. Although we are getting to a point where I'm getting fairly low on Pyre health. Yeah, it actually might be an issue upcoming. But I don't know, we still have another round in us, I guess. But my kill is pretty slow. Like, I still need to kill Entropy, also still need to kill Savagery. You're a jerk. Like, I can do a fair bit of damage, but not enough to kill you, which means that my moon rituals are going to be put to waste, sadly. Yeah, we don't really need to be doing the Pyrolite anymore. Alright, well, we get 900 some damage on Entropy, but I am getting very low on everything. And I currently am taking 7 damage. Why is it? Oh, because I was looking at this as 4 damage for some reason. Okay, we do let one of the astrologers die. I'm still in sort of problem. Okay. That is basically what I needed to draw. Okay. Because if he was on a higher floor, then he just kills. Yeah, there we go. But by just getting rid of a few of the hits, then we get enough damage to chew through and kill it. It was close because I probably should have been not on bottom floor, because then Jack strips would have been killing a lot of things before I had to waste attacks on them. Because that really slowed me down. But we got there. It was messy, but we got there just fine, I guess. Also, I should have spread out my spells in different ways, but not important. We got the win. We are done with Eka. And we have 161 crowns. Okay, we are doing at least one more. We are going to not do Umbra, since we just played Umbra back-to-back. And we are done with Eka. I would also like to not do Ardoon, because again, we just did Luna. But other than that, who do we want to play next? I'm thinking maybe Tethys. Or maybe like Phoenix or Gilda. I think we'll just do Tethys, which is Tethys and Lazarus, I guess. I did just notice, by the way, that my last one for Soulguard is Stygian Remnant, which is one of my least favorite clan combos. I mean, like, they're fine clans individually, and so, like, you can still just, like, lean heavily into one or the other, but they're not great together. And also, Soulguard in particular really does not benefit from a lot of what Remnant brings to the table, which is not ideal. Regardless, we're doing Stygian, Lazarus. We'll take Secret Ingredient. See what we get. Fear's Greed is good. Titan Sentry and all this is fine. Don't really care about the Mollusk Mages, but so be it. I mean, we're going to take Golden Idol. Ancient Pyrotap, also quite good, but we're going to do this. And then not at all what I wanted to see. Alright, have a nice night, Fury. We might want to take Handheld Totem here. And just, like, set up bottom floor, apply spell weakness to things, yada yada yada. There aren't really any big spells in Lazarus. There's some okay spell damage things we could do in Stygian. Also, having Sweep on Tethys means that we could benefit from, like, the Rage built up from Secret Ingredient, I guess. It's fine. Chillwind is okay at killing bosses, but we'll take Handheld Totem, I guess. See what we can do. Well, I guess we're setting up on top floor with at least one of our units. Okay, I guess let's do it like this. Because it is still helpful to have the Titan Sentry on bottom floor. Yeah, that's the one we wanted, so we don't have to worry about these guys next turn. Technically maybe wrong to put that there, but it's fine. Okay, so let us work on keeping the shark alive. Our great and noble goal. Yep, let's just give you the regen now. And then we'll take the Fear's Greed damage, which honestly I already forgot that we had Fear's Greed. Oh well, that's fine. Is this better? Kind of. Alright, not exactly how I wanted, but that's fine, I guess. Turns out, more reanimate on you would have been better. Oh well. Would have loved to have drawn this on a different turn. Sure, fine, I guess. Sure. Yeah, it's the damage shields that I really wanted, although, fine, whatever. We're gonna take some fire damage. I probably should have set things up differently. I was trying to get more staying power on the Titan Sentry so that I could get more Frostbite buildup, but I didn't do a very good job of that, and so be it. I hate Titan's Gratitude. We're never taking it. We will take Helical. Pseudoscience is okay, though I don't love the random nature of it. Also, if we're using it with, like, Titan Sentry, which we're not guaranteed to be doing that. We could pivot off of that quite easily. But if we do it with Titan Sentry, the lifesteal doesn't help us. And the others are only moderately useful. Another Forevermore Serum is not bad. Kind of want the Pseudoscience. And we are up against Savagery, which is not ideal. I mean, if we get, like, Holdover Frenzied Swarm, we'll be fine. But otherwise, it is not my perfect situation. Maybe I'm taking the Pseudoscience. The other thing to consider, though, is, like, if we do end up going in an Incant route, Secret Ingredients are pretty solid just as is, since they have built-in spell chain, sort of. So we might just want to not flood our deck with other things so we can kind of focus on just using Secret Ingredients. Nonetheless, I'll take the Pseudoscience. I think it's decent for us right here, even if it's a little awkward. And I do really want a Stygian unit. Lazarus units are good too, but I want a Stygian unit. Plus there's a Merchant of Steel here, and there's no Merchant of Magic, so I don't know. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's not what I'd hope for. Like, I could take a Guard of the Unnamed, and just do, like, Titan Sentry, Guard, and Tethys. Similarly, I could put the Silophyte there. I think we're just doing this, though. I don't love it. Not happy about it. Still doing it, nonetheless. I think we do this, and... either we're doing that, or we're putting on Secret Ingredient. I think I'm just gonna do it here. I don't know, I'm willing to do it with Helical. Is it my favorite? No. But it's fine. It works well if we can build up any spell weakness on enemies. It's either there, and then I guess we're doing like this. We're gonna need to build up Reanimate or Damage Shields or something on Tethys before the boss comes out. Did already forget that I have Mollusk Mages. Okay, you guys get some frostbite, and the flagellants do also sort of kill themselves over time, which is nice. Sure, we'll do that so you die there, so you don't harass the top floor, I guess. And yes, I know I'm not doing a very good job of the whole keep Tethys alive situation, but maybe that doesn't matter. I'm sorry, we're gonna do this slightly differently where I don't ignore the high damage unit on top floor, primed and ready to murder my pyre. Also, we're gonna do it this way, actually. Don't know if that's the better choice. I think it probably... I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, unfortunately, Tethys dies with spikes. Oh well. And then we just sit here fighting with the frostbite for a bit. And then we helical the shit out of him. As we had always hoped to do. I don't know, we'll take a Crypt Builder. I'm gonna skip those, though I should maybe take the Serum. And then we're going here, and we're gonna hopefully get actual power. God, they really don't want me to have things I care about, do they? Okay. Like, I could do the Cold Kalia. It's not the worst. I could give it dualism. Though, if I'm giving anything dualism, it's probably going to be the Titan Sentry and also give him Incant Armor. So I think that's our best option right now. Still, could supplement that with the Cold Kalia. Or the Offering Monument just gets us rolling at the beginning. Honestly, you know, not the worst. Especially if we get, like, Conduit Tethys at the next upgrade. Although I don't have, like, a lot of things that Conduit hits. It's basically just the Frozen Lances. Still... that might be worth doing. Yeah, I'm not wild about this. I suppose I could have just given, like, the Strength Stone to the Cold Kalia. Either way, we're doing this. The Titanite would also be nice. Oh well. Wasn't this an interesting turn of events? Okay. Well. I guess we're doing this now. Unfortunately, we are up against Knockback Archeon. Who does bring me a bit of despair. kind of want to do this. I think we're just going to give you the HP, though. And then I think call that good. Get rid of some things, maybe. Okay. I mean, the big name of the game now is keep the Titan Sentry alive, let it stack up, later dupe it. Even though it doesn't have multi-strike, it's going to do a lot of damage, and it's going to have decent defense, and that, turns out, is most of what we're looking for. Plus, it will have some wave clear as well, thanks to the Frostbite. Also, I sort of meant to not play Tethys here, because we have knockback Archeon. And then I also subsequently forgot about it right when it mattered. But, fine. Yeah. This is also the problem, is I don't have enough Ember for things to matter. Okay, well, built up some stuff on you. Unfortunately, Tethys is going to waste. I really should have Tethys on a different floor. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. We're just going to redo the battle. It annoys me that Tethys is on bottom floor when I explicitly meant to not do that. It's fine for the Offering Monument to be there, even though it's not really contributing. And I guess we'll actually set up like this. It doesn't matter. Tethys is going to get knocked to the front. Tethys is going to die. Who gives a shit, really? It's fine. But the big thing is we want the Titan Sentry to be able to live its life in full and beautiful ways. We do also need to get rid of the Offering Monument, but we're working on that. Yeah, the problem is that they're not attacking the Titan Sentry this turn. So they're not building up any Frostbite. Oh well. Such is life. Yeah, then the rest of this turn is lame. At least that guy gives me some gold with Fear's Greed. Those guys are going to hurt me a little bit, but not too badly. I do get sapped a whole bunch, which is not great. I do have a bunch of rage, but it is neutered pretty heavily here. Okay, but we get the kill, so I'm just not gonna fuck with anything, actually. Okay, look at him go. Yeah, we probably want the Siren Song. Hoarfrost Effigy is also cute, but probably want the Siren Song. Sure. I'm going to skip those. I'm going to look at a couple things. So you're up to 50 rage already. We're definitely going to take the Ember, especially in a world where we have Offering Monument and I'm not using it very well. I think we want to go here. The healing's not bad. There's definitely a lot we can do with the Merchant of Magic. Like put Holdover and double stack on that. I don't know. It just means that anything that does get to the Pyre or would get to the pyre, we can nullify. Also, like, they'll have some frostbite on them, so we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we're gonna take Conduit now. It's not perfect, it does help a little bit, and more ranks of spell weakness don't really help me. Okay, so do I just want to take the spell chain and the -1 for like the secret ingredients? Or do I want to look for like holdover Siren Song? I think we probably just want to do spell chain Emberstone. Because if we hit any other option, I'm not too wild about it. So we'll just do this. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Here we are. Titan Skin is a little scary, but we should be generating enough Frostbite to overcome it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Didn't really want to kill the guy because it does mean that we're getting less rage on the Titan Sentry, but I also do want to build up just more everything, frankly. Okay, he's dead now. Yeah, fine. Alright. Yeah, I can kill the Helical, or I can just, like, do the Helical down here. I would also like to get rid of the Calcified Ember, which leans a lot towards just playing the Helical down here, if at all. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. We'll just do that, I guess. And play you there and be good, I guess. We do want to build up as much power as we can on the Titan Sentry. And I will take that damage, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, it's Corrin. I had already forgotten who we were up against. But we should be fine in mere moments. As I dump a bunch of reanimate in here. Oops, I didn't mean to play that out. That's fine, whatever. I did actually want the gold from Firas, but I played it on reflex. Anyways, we're fine here. He dies. But, you know, he's got enough to reanimate that he just withstands Corrin. And works out pretty well. Okay. Okay, what do you want? Here we go. So the Frenzied Swarm is kind of nice. Unnamed Tome is good. I don't really have a great answer to Savagery's, just like raw damage output. Oh, assistant AI has spawned. I assume you're talking about the cat. So the Titan Sentry is fairly strong now, and we can start duping it if we want. Which we're definitely going to dupe it. Yeah, of course Cat is an assistant. I mean, she definitely assists sometimes. And sometimes just annoyingly tries to sit on top of my mouse. And causes all manner of grief. She's also chewed on a lot of my cables. Unfortunately. Yeah, I think we're not doing the Frenzied Swarm, but I am worried about Seraph. We are going to take the Unnamed Tome. I guess I take a Horrify. Gonna go here. Life Insurer is an artifact I almost never take, but I will take it here. Double stack on the Horrify is not bad. It's also not bad on that. I could also do double stack on this and then remove Consume. I think cash should be a primary thing in wireless tech marketing. I also kind of want to do this, but also like 10 turns is maybe excessive. I think this is good enough. Yeah. Okay. Intrinsic is gonna go here. Whatever. I don't know. Here we are. And then what are we duping? I could dupe the Titan Sentry. I kind of want to wait to do that till he has more rage, though he's already at a fairly high amount. And there are potentially multiple other dupes available. So, like, I could wait. I could also just not dupe him at all, but I think duping him is important. The problem is I need to be able to support him. Alternatively, I can dupe, like I said, the Forevermore Serum or like the Secret Ingredient. Technically, you could even do the Offering Monument, but that's not very great for me. I think we probably just want to do this. And then dupe the Titan Sentry later. Well, here we go. So that goes away. And these exist, and you guys can just chill there and live your life in a most beautiful fashion. Okay. Yeah, I don't really need the Unnamed Tome later. I guess I'll leave it for next turn, because, like, if I draw something with the Offering Monument right now, mostly I won't be able to play it, so we'll just wait. Alright, well I built up a decent amount of armor. It's not a lot with how much damage enemies do in this game, though. But also... I am going to be stacking Reanimate, so, you know, that is a thing. Maybe should have played out the Mollusk Mage, but I didn't. It's fine. We are generating a decent amount of Frostbite. It's not like a crazy amount, though. But we do also have the ability to try to kill them in other ways. Namely, they do have some spell weakness on them. And I can daze them, I guess. So the daze is going to wear off before they reach the Pyre Room, unless I also do other things. Also, doesn't matter, because this is Quoto time. Honestly, I'm not going to play this out because it gives him spikes, and maybe the spikes means we kill Quoto faster, and we get less procs on the Revenge, so we're just not going to worry about it. Either way, we have the kill, everything's fine, yada yada yada. Here we are. Honestly, a Guardian Stone is vaguely appealing. I mean, take it, maybe. Although, on the current plan, I wouldn't be hitting another Merchant of Steel. Which does dramatically reduce the power of Guardian Stone. There's not much I can do about that. I could, like, take the Ice Storm, which is sort of okay for later. Sort of not. I do worry that I don't have enough just raw strength to make it through Savagery. And I think that's a pretty real, meaningful worry. But I'm going to... I was saying the Frenzied Swarm would let me, like, use the Crypt Builder, which would be nice. But I'm not going to worry about that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take the Ice Storm, I guess. Surgical Strike in Replicator Ray. Do I want Surgical Strike? I'm not convinced that I do, but it is kind of cute. And like Replicator Ray is cool, but I don't have any equipment. Obviously, I could change that since I'm probably going to 1 or maybe 2 Merchant of Arms. Um... I don't know. I guess I'll skip it. It's not bad, though. I just don't know that it really fulfills any particular needs I have. Okay. I guess we're going here. I guess. I'm pretty okay with Steward's Quarters. And Void Armament is interesting. Okay, let's take it. It's a little concerning. Oh, wow. But it does help me utilize my high attack power better. Okay, let's see what we can do. Again, I'm mostly worried about the next two fights. But with Steward's Quarters, I can now fit all of these guys together, which is helpful. Oh, well, I meant to play you on a top floor. Not too worried overall. Sure. I am mostly just playing these out to get as much incanting as I can. Although I think maybe we want to play all the Void Armament now. Yeah, realistically, don't think we actually need to do it, but I will do it anyways. Because for this battle, we should have enough just like raw power to get through things. Regardless, we'll play the Unnamed Tome now just as a free incant, basically. Well, if I could get to green again, I would stop playing that out and just build it up. But as is, we're doing alright. You are ending up with a fair bit of... Well, you're going to end up with a fair bit of spell weakness. Just mostly doesn't matter. Yeah, I probably should have not played out that so that we could have still gotten more rage on our dude. Oh well, fine. Okay. I'm just trying to play out as many spells as I can to build up armor. Though I would also still like enemies to be attacking into our dude. The Siren Song, not really doing a lot. Had to run an errand. How goes the runs? They go okay. We had some awkward moments, but we haven't had a loss yet tonight, so it's going alright. This one is a bit shenanigans, mostly in that I'm worried for later. We'll see what happens. Okay, you did escape. I was gonna say, but you should die, but that's not quite true. You will die if I use the Frozen Lance on you, though, so we'll just go ahead and do that. Yeah, alright, so we started using the Reanimate now, which is fine. We have plenty of Reanimate. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I do like shenanigans. What's the idea? Well, at the moment, we have Perma Rage building up on the Titan Sentries. The problem is that we don't have any, like, multi-strike, and mostly I don't have a good answer for Savagery Seraph. Because I need higher damage output, and I need a way to deal with the melee weakness and with the sweepers. The Reanimate sort of deals with the melee weakness. The sweep I can sort of deal with Reanimate as well, but it's a lot more awkward. And then we're working on the raw damage output required by just being good. Namely by putting as much as we can into building up the rage. Since we're up to 182 rage now. Unfortunately, the problem is that's still not enough to crack a single one of the heavies, so we need to get... We need to overcome that. Gifts for Guard is not bad. I don't love utilizing it, but like honestly, it's not a bad card. It is fairly strong. It can enable a bunch of infinites, even if I don't love doing those infinites. But honestly, that would be pretty good for us. Because even if it starts consuming a lot of my deck, as long, like, it can't consume the Forevermore Serums that have Remove Consume on them. And those are swiftly becoming my most important cards. And it's like, if it pulls them, they're just free to play. And it's effectively a draw 3. I mean, like, it is good. I probably should take that. Spike of the Stygian doesn't really matter. Electricity Chamber I kind of like the idea of, except that I'd have to use it. I mean, I could sort of use it with Steward's Quarters. Yeah, it's not... It's awkward. It's kind of cute because I am using a lot of Reanimate, but I don't think the spikes are that helpful for me in the way that we'd be building them up. Like, unless I want to use it alongside Steward's Quarters, where I just put down Electricity Chamber, play down the Titan Sentries, then swap to the Steward's Quarters for the extra capacity, and just never get more spikes than that. Like, it would be, you know, 8 spikes. It's not nothing, but I don't think that's worth all the investment it would need. I guess we're taking Gifts for Guard. And then here's the deal. Do I want capacity or do I want draw? I think I want draw. Because currently I have effectively 6 capacity. Maybe I do want capacity, actually. If I take capacity, I can do 1 more Titan Sentry, which does help. Also, maybe shouldn't have been avoiding those Frenzied Swarms earlier. I was avoiding it because we do technically want them to get hit, but... I mean, I'm worried about how much damage I'll be taking, but on the other hand, I am stacking a lot of Reanimate, and Reanimate is damage agnostic, so... except for the fact that Savagery is Trample, and that causes issues. Nonetheless, I think we go for the Merchant Magic here, and then we dupe here. So, here we go. It's a little unnecessary, but sure. Sure. I don't know that Intrinsic is really helpful here, given that we start with the Offering Monument. I think, if anything, we're probably doing Intrinsic on the Horrify. I never did put the Siren Song to good use, but okay. Fine, whatever. And then I guess we remove like 2 Frozen Lances, or we remove, I guess, a Steward and a Mollusk Mage. I don't know. I really don't need them. We're taking Conduit 2. It's only vaguely helpful to us, but it's kind of. See what we can do. Okay, so we need to get rid of that. And then you are the dramatically stronger one. And we have enough capacity, we can put the Guard of the Unnamed here, so we put the Guard of the Unnamed there. Right. We may as well mute them, I guess. So they don't apply corruption to us. Yeah, I'm going to do this now. And then we'll start building up the green infusion, I guess. And then Offering Monument is basically spent. And we got a decent amount of armor. The problem again is that the armor is never really going to be enough for us. Also, I maybe technically should have Tethys in front of the other Titan Sentry. So that we can like sweep enemies before having him attack in. I don't know. It ultimately doesn't matter a whole ton. Okay, I'll still take the damage from that. Just because the gold still is useful for me. God, the chances that kills is so low. Technically possible. Very unlikely. We got 3 hits. It's what it is. Alas. Sadly, can't get the Collector. I'm not surprised, but I am still sad. I guess we may as well play with the Mollusk Mage. Largely worthless though it is for me. Technically, it helps us kill the Deformed Duo, but also the Deformed Duo was going to die to the Frostbite anyways next turn. It is a shame that we don't have better draw, but I did really want things, so here we are. Yeah, here's the problem, is the double heavies get real spooky. Also, the Deformed Duos are not great, but the Frostbite at least takes care of them. It's just
This fucker, not great. But should be fine overall. Because we just have to win on bottom floor, and that should not be a problem. Also, of course, we need to make sure that our lovely friend here doesn't die, because if he dies, he gets purged, and that's not acceptable. Okay, but everything else is fine, so we just leave it. And this way, the front Titan Sentry survives a bit longer, which means that he gets more beautiful, beautiful rage build up. Yes. Delicious, delicious rage. Okay. Hate Urchin Spines. Might be worth taking just because it's a zero-cost card, but mostly we all know that that's not true. Mostly it's pretty terrible. I mean, it's not the worst card in the world, and it's much better at low Covenant. But especially the way that I play, I just really don't love it. I guess I'm gonna take it just for the sake of it, but yeah. Replicator Ray is cute. Again, I don't have much equipment, but I could buy more equipment at the Merchant of Arms I'm about to go to. Acid Shower I don't hate, though. You know what? I guess I'll take Acid Shower. I don't know. Alright, time for shenanigans. Dante's Footstool. Not actually that helpful for me. Although it could be if I want to buy another room. I don't dislike Spell Sanctum. Enchanted Chamber is also kind of okay. So, I don't really need Steward's Quarters after playing out my units, because I'm expecting the Offering Monument to die, and I don't need to, you know, fill that capacity with a Maulus Mage. You'd run it in a build where you go double stack and put Spell Chain on it, maybe deck the Proliferates. If you're talking about Acid Shower, it is just a decent card. Because, like, while it's only 10 unstable, that is actually represent a much higher amount of damage than it looks like. Since, like, every enemy that dies will then, you know, do its unstable 10 to every enemy behind it, yada yada yada. No, the Urchin one that gave spell weakness. Yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of hoops to jump through for not a great payoff. Because it's a consume card, so if you want to make it a major core piece of your build, you need to remove consume from it. Then you also need to, like, hold over it or dupe it or whatever if you want it to be majorly important. And, like, most of the time, you're going to get similar or better value just by, like, duping a spell, like a damage spell that you care about. Like, yes, the argument for Urchin Spines is it's low investment. It does some okay work for you. Mostly it's for doing extra damage to bosses. But you don't really need Urchin Spines for that, since so much of the importance of the game is just, like, building up your strength over the course of the fight. And so, like, focusing on scaling is typically a lot more important and helpful than just giving a bit of spell weakness to a boss. A lot of hoops jump through for a limited payoff sounds like sales pitch for Monster Train 2. I mean, yes, I do like jank and I do like building shenanigans things, but there's a lot of more satisfying things to do than Urchin Spines. Again, it can be used to good effect here and there, but it's just not a particularly great card. Again, it is a lot better at low Covenant when you can just kind of shoot bosses out of the sky more easily, especially if you're going for score, like on the dailies. But I don't care about that, so here we are. Anyways, I think we're taking Spell Sanctum here, even though, like, I'm not really struggling with Ember, other than it does give me a much better turn 1, I guess. Also, I have to sit very far back because this cat is very determined to be cuddling in my arms. She's very cute, though. I thought she was about to get up, and then she changed her mind and sat back down. Anyways, we'll take that. I could re-roll looking for, I don't know, like Zone of Silence would be maybe the other thing we'd want to see. Okay, let's just see what's here. Inferno Room.
There's also maybe sort of a world where we want Inferno Room. And that... So, there are two ways we could utilize Inferno Room. Way number one is that we put it bottom floor, we use it to kill off the sweep enemies, and we just accept that we're taking the amalgam damage, which is sort of fine. We got a lot of HP. It does end up being a lot of damage over the course of the fight. But, you know, we're basically at full health. We could withstand that. As long as the rest of the fight doesn't go badly. Also, in the Titan fight, I can potentially do a bunch of days. I can mute them. Like, we have ways around most of the Titan damage. Alternatively, I can put Inferno Room on mid-floor, set up on bottom floor, use it to help kill anything that escapes me. Maybe. I also maybe could take the Swiftsteel Dagger and put that on Tethys. Like, honestly, that is also sort of an option. Although I am running into limited deployment Ember at that point. Okay, so here's the deal. We're taking Dante's Footstool. We're taking that. Maybe? Okay, we're gonna do this, I guess. Oh, I kind of meant to buy the other Void Armament that was available. Totally forgot before I rerolled. Okay, let's figure out what else I can do. And we're definitely going to dupe the correct one here. Okay, so I have 6 Deployment Ember, but I actually have 5 Deployment Ember because this takes up one of those slots. So I have 5. One of them's going to this. And then 2, 3, 4. And so 5. So I could take Sketches and let it pull out like the Guard of the Unnamed or the Mollusk Mage. It's fine. Don't hate it. Unstable Explosion, stealing more doesn't really matter for us. Technically, I have a little bit of Unstable. Mostly not important. I will do that. And I think we get rid of the Guard of the Unnamed, so for sure. Oh, we have the Shield Steward too. Well, I'll get rid of you, I guess. Maybe better things I could have gotten rid of. This is what we're doing. Okay. I sort of have kind of solutions to problems. You may notice that's a lot of conditionals, but fine. So, that's gone. This comes out. Welcome back, Cat. So, 246 goes in front. Now, the problem is Tethys is only at 40 damage, not at 50 damage. We need her to be at 50 damage. But that's where the mixing comes in. Also, we have the Acid Shower, which also works, so enjoy. Also, we'll mute you so you don't give the enchanting whatever. And then you badly need to have your reanimate. Okay, and then we're building up some rage for Tethys. The Void Armament cannot go on the frontliner. Absolutely cannot. Okay, and now our dude dies, and now our draw situation is much worse, but whatever. Because I never did get extra draw. I was hoping to get, like, Wing Steel in the final shop, since, you know, that would have helped. But we didn't. Okay. So we're gonna do this. I should have stopped doing that earlier so I could have started looking for other mixes, but that's fine. Alright, well, it's a pretty decent first turn where I'm doing 1400 damage to Savagery to Seraph. I don't have anybody die, and that's pretty important to me. And we get rid of that, and then the Siren Song does nothing for us. Sounds great. Just need to make sure that you never die, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Okay. Yeah, the double mix every turn is pretty good. I mean, both of the mix artifacts are real solid. Inga's Beaker, I think, being the name of the other one. Which just gives you more choices every time you're mixing. So you basically can always hit what you want. And I do want to play that out now. There's no reason to keep doing it. Okay. Also, by killing a lot of these enemies first, yeah, we are getting less rage build up on our dude. That's fine. That does not really matter to us. Okay, yeah. Again, totally fine. Doesn't really matter if those things get consumed. And the one thing I do care about here, the Forevermore Serum, cannot be consumed. Gifts of Regard is legit good in Monster Train 2, even though I do skip it fairly often. Partly, it's just, I really don't like the easy infinites you can do with it. And so I try to avoid putting myself in a position where I'm going to sort of accidentally do that. But that's just a personal preference, I guess. Anyways, I'm really glad that this turned out well. I was worried about this fight all run long, but getting the Swift Steel Dagger was real good. Also, the Spell Sanctum definitely helped because it meant that we could maximize the Offering Monument. I just could not think of its name for a second. But so we could maximize the Offering Monument on turn 1, which was also very helpful. But yeah, now between the Titan Sentries, we have enough power to kill any heavies, and Tethys just kills all of the backliners real well and good. Overall, it was a pretty solid final shot for us. Also, the Guardian of the Name does fuck all for us. We knew that was going to be the case, but I still figured it was a decent idea to just get sketches anyways. I don't know. If we do get the Mollusk Mage on bottom floor, at least we get the extra magic power, that still doesn't do a ton for us. I don't have that many damage spells. Okay, we should mostly be fine. The trample from Savagery is a little concerning, but overall should be okay. So 298, 144, 246. I think we actually don't want you in front. I think we want you in front. Actually, we'll do it like this. Okay, and then we swap to the Spell Sanctum, and what do we get? Okay, we got the Mollusk Mage this time, which is the better play. So, first off, get fucking muted. And then I don't really care about the Frostbite on you. I just don't want you to murder my group, so we're just gonna daze you. You get that. I was debating if I want to do Urchin Spines on Dominion. Pretty sure I don't, though. I could Daze Dominion, but I don't think I really want to do that. I think mostly that's going to annoy me, since it makes the fight take way longer. Muting opponents, is this Dota? Certainly feels like it. Okay, here's the reanimate. I don't really need to be that reanimate focused at this point. I already have 5 reanimate just from the Evermore serums, but still. It's not like I really need to do a whole lot of incanting aside from that. Oh, I do still need to up Tethys' attack. I did forget about that. I mean, mostly that's not too consequential at this point, but still. Probably still best to do. Because there is one wave upcoming that has the sweep dudes. I do have the ability to, like, get myself reanimate and offset that. Also, I maybe can kill them with spells. Yeah, it's this wave right here. Well. Alright. Good on you, Ice Storm. Thanks for contributing. Alright, well, let's just daze you. I was kind of hoping to Siren Song him on this turn, but oh well. Anyways, we're largely in good shape. Like, Entropy's gonna go down real quick. Savagery is essentially dead. Yeah, turns out having focused so heartily on getting... what am I looking for? Yeah, I don't know why I'm still mixing green when I could be mixing purple to speed up Dominion and or to shelter my Pyre. Whatever, that's fine. Anyways, having focused so heavily on building up a rage on my Titan Sentries put us in real good shape to just murder these guys. Okay, sap and melee weakness. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We've already killed Savagery and Entropy. We're also not taking Savagery damage because we muted him for 10 turns. Yeah, just get dazed. Why don't ya? But I could have used the helical down here. It doesn't matter. We've got 15 reanimate. We're fine. I think we just save this for another turn. I was hoping to get more mixing, but hey. Once again, didn't get more mix, sadly. Yeah, whatever. Take double damage, we'll kill you next turn. It is what it is. It would have been nice if we'd gotten the other mixes so I could have done that faster. Mostly just I should have remembered to have done the purple mixes sooner. Okay, it's going to look silly, but we're going to do that. So knock off the shields, put them down to 1, and then kill with the Frozen Lance. How exciting. Anyways, that was a run. I'm glad it panned out the way that it did. The Swift Steel Dagger was a huge pickup for us at the end. There were ways I probably could have made it work, but that did help quite a bit. Also, definitely just duping the Titan Sentry 2 times did a lot of work for us because they were doing a ton of damage. And even then, I was sort of having trouble getting through the heavies. But we got there. It was fine. And we're up to 162 beautiful crowns. We only have 18 more to go. That said, we're stopping there for the night because it's late. And I need to try to sleep for about 2 hours before I have to do something. Because that's my life. So, that is where we're at. I still got to master a bunch of cards. Yeah, it is pleasing that we're on the last lap now. Especially because I really have been looking forward to playing some of the champions that I couldn't play for a while. Like, you know, I like all the champions in this game, more or less, and obviously I like all the clans, but, you know, it's been a while since we played Banished. It feels like it's been a while since we played, you know, it had definitely been a while since we played Ekka and Lion's Mane. It's nice to be able to actually experience, like, the full breadth of the content in the game again, now that I don't just have to jam out, like, the same 3, like, clans in different combinations. Anyways. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I will be back tomorrow. We will play more Monster Train. We're probably playing Silksong on Thursday. I'm definitely playing Silksong on Thursday, whether it's on stream or off stream. Probably on stream. Who knows? Regardless, thanks for hanging out. Have a nice night, everyone. Truly, thanks for being here night after night. See you tomorrow.